Well, hello there. My name is sometimes Heather, and I play Elder Scrolls Online. Today, I have brought my Khajiit Nightblade, whose build is still in progress. We'll get there someday. To our team, where we shall try to get through the Summerset main quest. I feel like I've been going through this for approximately 84 years, so let's start by speaking with Boss.
I'll start making preparations for the Dreaming Cave. In the meantime, Sothasil asked me to send you to his study the moment you arrived. I'm not sure what he wants, but you should tell him about your interactions with the betrayed princess.
Do you know why Sothasil wants to see me?
Something to do with the Crystal Tower, no doubt. Sothasil has never been forthcoming, though for some reason it appears that he's taken a liking to you. But tell me, what of Darian and Lathan?
Darian is on his way back, and he's bringing Lathan with him.
Both decided to return? I'm surprised. Meridia's knight has a stake in this, but why would Lathan volunteer to return? It makes no sense. Well, go and talk to Sothasil. Perhaps he can shed light on what we can expect in the Crystal Tower.
I will go talk to Sothasil.
Sothasil waits for you in his study. Tell him about the alliance with the Daedric princes, and ask him if he knows what we can expect to face inside the Crystal Tower. I'll wait for Darian and Lathan to return. As
is the case quite often in ESO, after the initial conversation we get to explore the topic a little bit deeper. If Vile and Mephala open the way, what's our plan for assaulting the Crystal Tower?
We'll want to send a small force, but leave the majority of the Conclave behind, in case the efforts in the Crystal Tower fail. Leave the details of that to me. I'm not sure how we're going to stop Nocturnal, though. Maybe Sothasil has some ideas.
Sometimes the conversation is longer, and sometimes there's only a few lines. Let's go find Sothasil and see what's on his mind. Sothasil friend. We met Sothasil during the Clockwork City main quest I have streamed at earlier. Maybe I will leave a link of it somewhere in this video, if I remember.
The Tribunal has been warned. They will make preparations in case the efforts here fail. I doubt that even they can weather the resulting storm if the worst comes to pass. As I calculated, your actions will determine the outcome of these events.
Is that why you sent for me?
In part. Determining the possible consequences of disparate actions becomes easier when studying the primary catalyst. You have a tendency to fill that role in almost all situations. What happened after the Sapiarchs failed to attune the diamonds?
I made a deal with Vile to reach the Crystal Tower, and Mephala is considering attuning the diamonds.
A bold move. Still, I see the logic. Who better to send against their betrayer than the mortal who bested their plans at every turn? If Mephala agrees, you'll be able to assault the tower. I just wish I knew what Nocturnal hopes to accomplish.
Nocturnal plans to use the Crystal Tower and the Seaslot's abyssal perils to remake reality.
I'm not sure that's within the capability of the Crystal Tower, but if she uses my technique for siphoning life energy to supercharge the tower... An interesting application of the magic of the abyssal pearls. It could work, I suppose.
What do you mean?
If Nocturnal uses the life force of Nirn to increase the power of the Crystal Tower, she can then use the same technique to steal the energy of the Daedric princes as she invades their realms. Infinite connections, infinite power. Ingenious.
So what do we do to stop this?
Gather your companions and meet me in the Dreaming Cave. We must contact Vile and Mephala so you can enter the Crystal Tower, recover the heart of transparent law, and repair the tower crystal. That will require a burst of divine energy, though.
We need divine energy to repair the transparent law crystal.
Transparent law, the crystal at the top of the tower, is as much metaphysical as it is tangible. Only divine energy can reconnect the heart and make the crystal whole. Of course, Nocturnal is aware of this as well.
Why does that matter?
If Nocturnal performs the restoration and once again merges the heart with transparent law, her connection to the tower will become unbreakable. She truly will ascend to an infinite state of being.
So what do you suggest I do?
You must enter the crystal tower and recover the heart. Then find a relic filled with divine energy and repair transparent law. Only then will the tower's innate defenses re-engage and repel Nocturnal's influence. In theory, anyway.
So, this is all starting to sound a little bit too challenging. That's all I mean. There is it. Now we must talk to our companions. Who are waiting for us outside the Capital Tower. Or inside the Capital Tower. One of them is located here, and I suppose the rest are outside. I need to eat.
Friend of Valseren, I have a proposal for you.
That person gets you started with the Insidic Order quest, which will grant you access to the Sidic skill
Sidics must be
line.
wine drinkers, because this ale they make tastes awful.
Let's eat before. Speaking with Darian.
I brought Lathan back, and what does Valseren do? Sends me off without a word or a thank you. So when do we head out to assault the Crystal Tower? No one tells me anything around here.
We're heading to the Dreaming Cave. Hopefully, Vile and Mephala will honor their end of the bargain.
I knew I could count on you. You're always straight with me. I appreciate that. Still, the last time I went off to fight a Daedric prince, there was a celebration. A party! This time it's just us.
You're upset because no one is celebrating?
What? No, I didn't mean it like that. I just mean back then there were more familiar faces, friends who I knew had my back, charging into battle with allies I trusted. There was a comfort in that. Here I'm practically a stranger.
You can count on me.
And trust me, I am grateful for that. You're kind of like me in a lot of ways, aren't you? An outsider caught up in things we don't fully understand. Whatever happens, when this is over, let me buy you a drink. Then we can have a proper celebration.
That's a deal. Do we now exit? I think we exit now. Sometimes quests give you multiple markers, and following them can be confusing. To the outside, everyone. Seems we have 2 people to talk to.
No charge to have a look.
First person to speak with seems to be Razandar. Raz is my
This is
favorite
Arteum.
recurring character.
Raz is impressed
Absolutely.
and truly frightened by the very strange sky.
Ah, here comes your friend now. Just remember, you were never here. The Conclave isn't fond of visitors.
For a place that
Razandar
doesn't
sent
This
word
isn't
that he
close.
needed to talk to...
Raz thinks it's pretty busy. Raz never had the urge to travel to Oblivion or visit a magically displaced island. But now Raz feels like the cat who caught the farmer's prized turkey. It is good to see you safe, my friend. Now, tell Raz you have a way to save Summerset.
We have a plan, but it involves a deal I made with Clive Gaspile and Mephala.
Raz knew that strange talking dog would lead you into trouble. Do you really think we can trust those Daedric princes? No, too late for that. Tell Raz the rest of your plan, yes?
We're going to assault the Crystal Tower and stop Nocturnal.
Foolish, but brave. Also very foolish. Raz has walked into certain death many times and emerged with his fur intact. Mostly. But Raz knows why you do this thing. Raz will not try to talk you out of this. He will instead give you happy news.
You have happy news?
Raz warned Queen Irene. She has promised to contact the leaders of the other alliances and assemble a mighty force to deal with this threat. Which brings us to the not-so-happy news.
And what is the not-so-happy news?
The mighty force won't reach Summerset for quite some time. Oh, Raz could tell you about prevailing winds, unusual storms, and other factors beyond our control, but it amounts to the same thing. We're on our own, my friend.
Are you going to come with me to the Crystal Tower?
Not this time. Raz must go back and lead the divine prosecution in defense of Summerset. If the Crystal Tower keeps exploding, we will evacuate the island and save as many people as we can. May the luck of Joan and Jode be with you, my friend.
And with you as well. Oh, look at the bunny. Oh, that's just too adorable. Then we need to speak with Valseren, who's waiting for us all the way up there. Can I even reach her? I certainly hope so. Oh, that reminds me. Arteum is claimed to be the perfect place to quickly level up your
You are a
antiquity
terrific father to
skills.
our daughter, Lathan. I'll never forget that.
You were always Elderway's hero, Val. I envied the way she looked up to you.
I'm sorry, Lathan. I should have been there with you, with her, at the end.
You were trying to save her. I know that. It was just... Damn it, we need to win this, Val.
So, let's first speak with Lathan.
This shrine, Val and I built it for our daughter after she died. High elves don't bury their dead, but we needed something to remember her by. She loved climbing this tree before the illness took her. I forgot how beautiful it was.
Can I entrust you to help us in this?
With the Psijic Order and my mistress Methala aligned toward a common goal, I'm feeling practically giddy with anticipation. But never fear. I'll re-establish contact with my prince when called upon to do so. I gave you my word.
What did you hope to accomplish with the Court of Bedlam?
The court offered me a purpose after my life lost its meaning. Our princes promised to remake the world, turn it into a better place, a paradise, and they were going to elevate the Altmer back to their status as gods. Suffering would come to an end.
Isn't that what Nocturnal still wants to do?
Not in the least. Remaking the world to eliminate death and disease is one thing. Destroying everything to turn yourself into a being of infinite power, well, that's something else entirely. Methala will see that and provide the help you need.
We are grateful.
Things will never be the same between me and Lathan again. But I think we understand each other a little better now. Funny how the approaching end of the world has a way of putting everything into perspective.
Are you ready to do this?
I've been a member of the Psijic Order for more years than I can remember. But this is the first time since my daughter's illness that I've been truly frightened about what's to come.
So this is the first time you're facing the end of the world.
The world ends all the time. It's just that I'm more accustomed to that being a personal event, and not a shared experience. The world ended when the Right Master died, for example, but only from his perspective. If Nocturnal remakes reality...
Let's go to the Dreaming Cave and make certain that doesn't happen.
You have a way of instilling confidence, my friend. You're similar to the Right Master in that regard. If we can't have him at our side for this, I'm glad to at least have you. I just hope we can see our way through this. I'll meet you at the cave.
Then we go back to the cave. Oh, that was a lot of running around, actually. Yes, antiquities. Artaeum holds quite a few uncommon antiquities you can dig up, and since the area is very small, you don't waste time in digging them up. So in that sense, this is an efficient place to level up set antiquity skills. I haven't unlocked that skill line with Shari, so I can't show you the antiquities that is. So here we are, back in the training cave. Talk to Sota.
Talk to me when you're ready to proceed.
Are we ready to proceed? Yes, we are.
This is the moment of truth. Once we begin, nothing can stop the rush to the grand conclusion. Make sure you have everything you need before I activate the Dreaming Cave.
I am ready to begin the assault of the Crystal Tower.
I'll lead you through the fields of regret to reach the Crystal Tower.
Hey, that dog just talked!
I can establish contact with Mathala. She's ready to appear if you're willing to lower the defenses.
Oriandra, Valsarin, assist me. Let us open a path and not keep the Prince of Secrets waiting.
Talk to Mathala.
So the seal, the false god. I should have expected to see you.
Lady Mafala, will you honor the agreement you made with this mortal?
I am always true to my word. Now, send forth a mortal who consistently avoids the tangles of my webs. We have much to discuss. You are strangely consequential for a mortal. In my calculations, I somehow overlooked your significance. And yet, that is worked to my advantage. For now we have a chance to thwart Nocturnal, and that will be something to savor.
So you'll attune us to the Resolute Diamonds.
I can attune the diamond keys, but that won't be enough to keep you safe. Using the secrets she stole from So the Seal, Nocturnal has infused the Crystal Tower with boundless energy. It makes the tower's connection to reality increasingly unstable.
What else do we need?
I must turn the Resolute Diamonds into more than just keys. They must become an anchor, something to lock you to this reality. Without such a weight, you will be lost as the tower rapidly shifts from one plane to the next. And in exchange...
Tell me what you want.
2 trivial concessions, nothing more. First, just as Vile sends his hound, I want you to take my Earl Lathan into the Crystal Tower. And second, I wish a private meeting with So the Seal after reality has been saved. Do we have a deal?
I can only speak for myself. Attune the diamonds as you have said, and Lathan can come with us.
2 resolute diamonds, imbued with the power of Methala. Now they merge into a single gem. 1 resolute anchor to serve as both key and safeguard. Do not lose this. Only its presence will keep you and your companions anchored to this reality.
Thank you, Prince Methala.
Remember, if any of you stray too far from the protection of the resolute anchor, you'll be lost in the nothingness between realities. And know that I will be watching.
Can she do that? I hate being spied on.
Wait for that portal
Now
to
it's my
reset.
turn. Let me use the gift my master gave you, and I'll get you to the Crystal Tower.
Get the heart and restore the crystal known as transparent law. But remember, you'll need a relic of divine energy to accomplish that.
Lathan, promise me you'll keep them safe.
I promise, Val.
Oriandra, if I die saving the world, know that our brief time together has made me a better man.
What are you talking about?
Shh, 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 shh. It's all right to cry. I'll do my best to return to you. I promise.
What just happened?
Confused.
What's that crazy knight talking about?
Now, to the fields of regret. Will we regret this? Who knows? Perhaps we will. I have forgotten to mention that today we are drinking water. It is a little bit later in the evening and...
I bet
well,
Nocturnal
this
knows
one
we're
isn't
coming.
sensitive to
So much for the element of surprise.
Where's Bile's hound? Has he abandoned us already?
It is a little bit too late to drink coffee. Reach the entrance of the Crystal Tower. If memory serves, this bit of the quest is
Mother and
a little bit long.
Nocturnal sends creatures into our realm. Not while Barbas is on guard. Scoffin! Come forth!
Where are you going, creature?
I promised to show you the way. There, follow that path. That's the way to the tower. Now, I have
Oh,
a realm to
Barbas has
defend.
turned from dog to human.
I don't think I like Barbas very much.
I don't think anyone likes Barbas all that much. Ah, enemies. I've been meaning to, but into Bashar is built, but I haven't had time to do so. So she is still a bit useless. There are so many enemies. This leg of the journey isn't very long, but enemies are enemies. One thing I'm actually liking about Ushari is her armor. I chose the Parabellum set for her. Drops from... is it Maelstrom or Batasron? I forgot that. Anyway, it drops from an arena and grants you a damage sheet when you do so. Maybe deal damage. Something that doesn't. Yeah. Oh look, I almost died. Let's take this moment to read the stats on Parabellum set. When you deal damage, you gain a damage shield that absorbs damage for 6 seconds at a time. Really practical, convenient, and I like the image.
What a mess. And to think we're depending on the actions of mortals. Ah, well, let's talk.
Okay.
Nocturnal dares much attacking my master's realm. But here you are, safe and sound. The Crystal Tower. At least it's the version that exists in the Fields of Regret. Now, I really need to get back to barking and biting Nocturnal's minions.
We can enter the tower and reach Nocturnal from here.
Well, that depends on how good Mephalah's magic is. If you're attuned to the Resolute Anchor like she promised, then the doors to the Crystal Tower will open at your approach. If not, you'll more than likely die on the doorstep.
Aren't you supposed to come with us?
That was the plan, yes. But plans changed when Nocturnal attacked my master's realm. Now Clavicus Vile wants me to repel those invaders and start preparing contingencies in case you fail. Understand, I have no contingencies, so try not to fail.
What can we expect inside the Crystal Tower?
I've never been inside a tower that straddles every reality, but I expect you're going to have to go up. If you do reach the Night Mistress, fight her once for me.
We're going inside now.
Remember Mephalah's warning. Stray too far from the Resolute Anchor, and you'll get lost between realities.
Let's see what awaits us here.
This place looks surprisingly intact.
The interior and the
Containers.
exterior of such places rarely coincide perfectly. I pity the sapiarchs that were present when Nocturnal unleashed this magic.
If we stray too far from the given path, the whole structure will start shaking. This really scared me the first time, but after that I have learned that it won't really fall. That is good. Up, said Barbas. So up we shall go. Sapiarch's guard looks more like a husk to me.
I'm not sure what
I thought it metal. My mistake. This way? This way it's... So this place is full of lootable containers. I am doing my very best. But when you do come here, I would advise closing all of the containers because urns and wardrobes can hold even rare furnishing patterns, and learning those can make you quite a bit of gold, in case you're into trading. Oh, it's dark.
A dead end? Did we make a wrong turn?
Wait, tower.
Oh, no.
It's moving. Fascinating. It appears to be reconfiguring itself.
Then let's get moving before the tower remakes this platform out of existence.
I expect we'll see more evidence of this malleable nature the higher we climb.
That animation bit was actually very pretty. I liked it. After the long platform, we can enter another door.
Look at this place. Part of the ceiling has fallen in.
Yes, but what happened to the shadow sapiarchs? They were thick as crows on the lower levels.
Well, that's a beautiful lighting effect, actually. Find a way out of the artifact.
Stay back!
Quest
Really?
marker
A
leads
walking
us
volcano?
up. So that we shall do. Then we find a catapult. And also, I think the quest marker wants to lead us down. As mentioned, these things can be a little bit confusing. Are we meant to kill this?
I don't know how you entered the tower, but you must get out of here.
She's still alive. We have to help her.
No, stay back. The relic that protects me, it's failing. You can't help me.
She's right. Look how she's starting to fade.
Please, before I am lost, tell me, what happened? I deserve to know why the tower has done this.
Nocturnal has taken control of the Crystal Tower. How do we ascend the tower from here?
Nocturnal? So I am to die as a pawn in some game played by a Daedric prince? I'm sorry, but you've reached a dead end. The explosions. The exit is blocked by debris. There's no way to move it. You should turn back and flee.
Please, we have to keep going up if we're going to stop Nocturnal.
The old ballista. If you could get it working again, it might be strong enough to punch through the debris. Oh gods, the relic. I'm not ready to die.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to die.
Let me help you. Clear your mind.
It's so hard to concentrate.
Think of your loved ones. Picture their faces, and my magic will help you.
I see them. The pain is fading. I can see.
She's gone.
Her last moments were peaceful. I saw to that. The magic that held back the shadows is gone. They'll be upon us before we know it.
So, it seems we have advanced the quest a little bit by finding the ballista or being prompted to do so. Let's go back to the upstairs and look at some. It's a ballista. Exactly.
Dying Sapiarch was right. That is a ballista. It's not broken, it's just missing a few parts. Look around while I get the rest of it back in working condition.
In a way, missing a few pieces equals being broken, but you have to give Darren credit for being so honest. So now we need to find the missing pieces. Some of them seem to be here. Oh. Coil of rope. Take. Thank you. Next piece seems to be this way. I've forgotten how quickly these enemies respawn, so let's move hastily. Oh, let's try it. Place the bolts. Take. And the last piece over there. More enemies everywhere. Ballista crank. Take. Bring the ballista parts to Darian. Oh, he came with us.
That should do it. Just need a crank, a rope, and some ballista bolts.
Guess what I was able to find. Use the ballista on the blocked passage. So once more, up, up, up. I've been here quite a few times to use the ballista, but I still haven't figured out how, so let's don't count. So this is how you like move. Let's fire. Press right trigger to fire.
Now that's how to clear a path. I need one of those.
And we managed to win one shot. So it seems I have developed the capacity to aim, but not understand how or why. I'll take it. Up, 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 according to instructions given by Frizz. Blame the enemies that bother you, and we are moving up. They did it both ways.
Curious. From the opening in the ceiling, it appears that we're no longer in Vile's realm.
So that's what they meant when they said the tower was in every realm at the same time.
So now we need to find a way through the library. We don't have a quest marker, but rather a quest area. This means that there is something we need to find here. Now we have a question mark. It appears as we come closer to the thing you are meant to find. Now there's two. Interesting. Library gate key.
Where did she come from?
Nocturnals started to repair transparent law. Soon none of this will matter.
No, you mustn't do this.
You can't reason with crazy, Lathan. Besides, we've got company.
How observant,
Oh dear.
Knight.
Enemies. Enemies all around. Oh, they keep on getting larger and larger. As is often the case in ESO.
Why do you insist on prolonging your pain, Lathan?
You know nothing about
Or
pain.
A pity. I thought we were the same. No matter. Your quest ends here.
Enough! Just hand over the damn key.
She's just trying to slow us down. Meet up at the gate pedestal.
So we have given up on the key. I need to clear my inventory a little bit. Having your own personal merchant is always a good idea. Circlet of the Sitric Order belongs to Wisdom of Summerset. Impenetrable. No, thank you. Master's Memorial Battle Sword. Ooh, sharpened. I want to hold on to this, actually. Though, in order to keep your weapons or anything in your inventory from being accidentally sold or deconstructed block. One of my characters at some point liked the increased bloom set, and I would like to explore that a little bit further, perhaps in the shape of a big sword. I suppose we're going up, up, up. The sky has changed and it's actually quite lovely. Unfortunately, we don't have time to admire it right now.
Try the key pedestal.
Key pedestal used.
She did something to the controls. The gate won't open. We must be nearing the pinnacle of the tower. That's why Nocturnal sent her champion to slow us down. Nocturnal's Earl damaged this mechanism beyond repair. Even if we had acquired the key, I'm not sure it would have opened the gate.
Do you know how we can get through the gate?
Sapient magic is powerful, but not as powerful as the magic of the Psijic Order. Since we don't have the key, I can try to overcome the damaged mechanism and then follow after you.
How are you going to do that?
I can operate the mechanism manually from here. Then, once you and Darien are through the gate, I could teleport across and make it to the other side before it snaps back shut.
All right, open the gate. So the gate is there, and now it's open.
Hold this for very long.
Swiftly, everyone.
Gate! Nathan, watch out!
Oh no!
I have to stop you here, all
Oh
of you.
no!
I wondered if you'd actually show yourself instead of just projecting menacing images.
A closed gate won't save them, Lathan.
No, but this will keep you busy for a time.
No!
Oh my!
Where'd they go? Is Lathan gone?
That should keep her busy, for a short time at least.
Confusing.
Why are you glowing?
I was overconfident, I'm afraid. Valcerin always said I was too sure of my own abilities. I just assumed I'd be able to get back to the protection of the Resolute Anchor before I was unmade. Pity. I would have preferred a more heroic ending.
This was your plan all along?
I had to do something to get rid of Nocturnal's champion. At least for a little while. Beyond that, I really did hope that a moment outside the Anchor's protection wouldn't be fatal. Just something else you can tell Valcerin I was wrong about.
So that's it? There's nothing we can do?
You can stop Nocturnal. I'd really rather not see you and the Knight wind up with this fate. And if all goes well, you can tell Valcerin that I'm sorry. Now hurry. Nocturnal's Earl won't be gone long.
Now, once more, we have two choices. We can either be nice or we can be mean. Thanks for giving us a fighting chance.
I should be thanking you. You had no reason to trust me, yet you did. And you gave me a chance to see my wife. To reconcile with her in a way. Now go and beat Nocturnal. I have faith in you.
What should I tell Valcerin?
Tell her I'm going to go be with our daughter. Tell Val that we will wait for her.
Thank you, Lady.
We should keep moving. There's nothing more we can do here.
If we give up now, then sacrifice will be in vain. So, Up. To the Tower Mausoleum. Uncertain of pronunciation. Actually, Grace of Gloom drops from Summerset and it's a heavy set. Kinda sorta wondered if I could use it on Richard, but she, I think, wears medium. Yes. A heavy armor set doesn't really work that well for
Nocturnal's realm. We've got to be nearing the top of this damn thing.
Especially if you're going the magical way. Like I think I might be going with Vision. But who knows? I might turn her into Starlight. And then I would like to use Grace of Gloom. We'll see. Well, aren't you persistent? There we go. Almost got frustrated there for a
You
moment.
thought Lathan could stop me? He's only delayed
Ignore the
inevitable.
creepy voice. We have to keep going.
Another doorway up above takes us to Tower Summit Approach.
That's far enough. My mistress can't be interrupted.
Oh,
Her
dear.
work is too important.
Give me the damn Dawnbreaker back.
Come and get it!
Defeat Nocturnal's champion. I'm going to use my well, that helped a little bit. Could be worse. We're going to make it. I have full faith in this.
Behind my shield!
I don't understand. Why didn't the sword protect me?
Because Dawnbreaker was never intended for you.
Meridia's magic is gone. The blade isn't yours anymore either.
We'll see about that.
Oh no.
Join Meridia in my eternal darkness.
It's a weird dog.
We are not dying like this! That worked? I mean, of course it worked. I just need a moment.
Darian is actually a really, really nice guy. Let's talk to him.
Nocturnal's Earl was wrong. Meridia's power, it's not gone. her magic remains strong and vibrant. The vessel. The last light of Meridia. It's me.
The vessel? The last light? What do you mean?
I finally understand everything Meridia told me. Her power, it's inside me. And with it, I can remove the corruption from Dawnbreaker. I can fill the relic with divine energy again.
Zotacel said we needed a relic with divine energy to repair the transparent war crystal.
Then this is even better. You can use the restored Dawnbreaker to save the world. I just won't be around to see it happen. I finally understand. I'm the vessel of Meridia, her champion. But you're the key to stopping Nocturnal and saving reality.
Darian, what are you saying?
I'm saying you've got this. Whenever a threat appears, you bring the champions together, you find a way to win. And I'll be at your side for this one final battle. Just not in the way I originally expected.
Darian, what are you doing?
I'm returning the last of Meridia's power to the blade, so you can stop Nocturnal. I wouldn't do this for anyone else. Thank you. For everything.
Restored Dawnbreaker. Use the Dawnbreaker to confront Nocturne. This is the final boss battle of the Summerset main
Power crystal
quest.
is almost whole. You're too late, mortal.
Portal to the Crystal Summit. We need to get to the middle and we only have one way to go. Around the what do you call these? Round thingy? Oh, as a little. Nocturnal.
You are too late. Once the crystal is made whole, I shall become infinite.
Most DLC main quest final boss battles have a war-friendly, easy-to-use ultimate type of a thingy. Here we get to use the Dawnbreaker.
Meridia's power won't help you against me.
The Dawnbreaker isn't available at all times. It needs to reload, recharge, just like all ultimate abilities. Here we go.
Rise, my champion, and this time
Destroy Nocturne.
succeed where last you failed.
Finally! My true purpose! I will not fail you, mother!
Oh dear. I promise to someday make this work. It didn't happen during my adventure in Summerset. Stop it.
is impressive, but transparent law is almost whole. Now, rise again, my champion.
You can't stop me! I only grow stronger as we bathe this world in darkness!
Witness my unbridled power.
Oh. Dawnbreaker is our biggest and best weapon in this battle. So you'll make certain to use it whenever possible. It isn't impossible, I think, to get out of this without using the Dawnbreaker. Does make things a bit easy. And Boston.
No! The Tower Crystal was supposed to be mine!
Reforge transparent.
The Crystal Tower. Its defenses no longer keep me out. Are you here, my friend?
I'm here, friend.
You did it. I knew it.
We did it, yeah. The transparent was actually very beautiful. I haven't really paused to look at it before. Can't recall if we have that as a furnishing. I wish we did.
Transparent law. It's whole again. I didn't think that was possible, and you stopped Nocturnal. You're back upon Summerset, my friend. The tower itself, it reformed. But where's Darian? And Lathan?
Darian sacrificed himself to restore the Dawnbreaker so I could repair the Tower Crystal.
Of course. When you restored the Tower Crystal, it most likely expelled Nocturnal back to her own realm. I'm a little concerned that I was able to walk in without a key, but we can figure that out later. Now tell me, what happened to Lathan?
Lathan gave his life so we could reach the top of the tower.
Lathan. I'll mourn for Lathan later. I'm just glad he helped you. He would have made our daughter proud. For now, you have to tell Sotha Seal what happened. Then we can inform Summerset that the island, the world, is safe again.
Let's go do just that. Leave the Crystal Tower. I'm uncertain what will happen if you just decide to stay there. I don't think there's like a time limit there. Talk to
As I
Sotha Seal.
predicted, your efforts were successful. A slight chance is all probability requires. There is no such thing as impossible odds. You are proof of that.
Transparent law was made whole by the power of the Dawnbreaker.
Was that Meridia's plan all along? Perhaps, perhaps not. Your perseverance paid off, however. You never gave up even when the darkness was unbearable. And because of that, the Crystal Tower is safe again.
We lost friends along the way, though.
Life and death. It's all part of the ongoing circle. As long as you remember them, they will never be forgotten.
Won't Nocturnal just try again?
It took Nocturnal hundreds of years to put all the pieces of her plan into place. And you wiped it all out with a single thrust of the Dawnbreaker. There will be other plans, I'm sure, but this particular threat is over.
So what happens next?
Next? Every action we take can tip the balance of the flow of time. Bask in the moment and realize that you have done well, my mortal friend. You have saved the Crystal Tower, saved Summerset, saved reality itself. Even I could not have done better.
And thus we complete this stage.
For now, I must attend to other matters.
But one last
We
step
still have work
remains.
to do, my friend.
First, we got start of the Crystal Tower charged, which is part of the Wisdom of Vanus. 5 pieces gives a boost regarding fully charged heavy attacks. Major mending for 5 seconds. Should work well if you're a healer. And now we need to speak with Bosran in order to complete the entire coastline.
I'm afraid we still have work to do. While the Crystal Tower is protected against Daedra, any mortal can now walk right through its gates. We must convince the Sapiarchs to gather allies in order to defend the crystal-like law.
How can we convince the Sapiarchs to accept help?
It will take an influence far stronger than you and I. Of that, I'm sure. We'll call a meeting of Summerset's most influential leaders. Perhaps, with such a force behind us, we can persuade the Sapiarchs to see reason.
And if they don't agree?
We've already seen the devastation that's possible when the tower falls into the wrong hands. And the recent attack by Nocturnal only reinforces the need for greater protection. I want you there to help plead our case. Will you join us?
I will help you convince the Sapiarchs, if I can.
Go and tell Oriandra of my plan. She'll know which parties to contact. I'd also like to ask Sotha Seal to join us. His support would be extremely helpful to our cause.
How are you holding up?
Honestly, I haven't yet had a moment to process all that happened. There's still so much to be done, and perhaps that's for the best. The time to grieve can wait. For now, we must ensure the welfare of Summerset.
So, this is the last stage. Last stages of main quests in areas both in DLCs and the base game. How did I start? Yes, the final stage of main quests is usually like an epilogue type of a thing that consists of conversations and just putting the law back together.
It's good to see you alive and well. Word has already spread about your daring exploits within the Crystal Tower. It's still a little hard to believe, truth be told. Of course, there's so much left to do. I already have a list as long as my arm.
Valsera needs you to summon a council of influential Summerset citizens.
That doesn't sound good. Is there another crisis I have yet to be informed about?
The Crystal Tower's wards have weakened. We must convince the Sapiarchs to gather allies.
I'd almost rather deal with another crisis than try to convince the Sapiarchs. Still, it will be done. I'll even make sure to invite the Proxy Queen. Her palace should make for a suitable meeting place. Neutral ground and all that.
Where can I find Sotha Seal? Valseran wants him to join the council as well.
Sotha Seal's in his study, preparing to depart. He never seems to stick around for very long. I suggest you hurry if you want to catch him. I'll meet you in front of the Proxy Queen's palace in Alinor. Meet me there after you talk to Sotha Seal.
Will do. Sotha Seal can be found in his study.
Here you are again. I thought such an outcome likely. The time has come for my departure. I've always felt a sense of peace in Artaeum, but also discomfort. A consistent dilemma within me, which seems to have only grown. I'll be glad to get back to the Clockwork City. There's much to do.
Much to do.
While you confronted Nocturnal, I worked within the shadow of your efforts. Negotiations with both Clavicus Vile and Mafala were held, and a compromise was decided upon. The two have agreed to a compact, an end to their direct meddling.
So, does that mean that they won't make trouble for us anymore?
Knowing the nature of Daedra, I doubt that shall be the case. However, any direct interference within Nirn should cease, while the terms are met, of course. As for Nocturnal, it seems she's returned to the shadows.
Do you think Nocturnal will strike again?
Perhaps. She likely contemplates her next course of action even now, given such a defeat. It may be centuries before she makes another attempt. Then again, could be days. Such is the chaotic nature of the Daedric princes.
Before you go, Balzaran wants you to join a council she's putting together.
I must decline. Valcerin may see me as an ally, but to Summerset, I am a foreign interloper. An enemy of the state. My participation would not be welcome. The need for my presence has come to an end, and so I must depart.
Thank you for all your help.
And so the gears turn once more, ever changing, yet ever the same. With you always in the center, it seems. I take no pleasure in such distractions from my work. Still, I would not dislike it if we spoke again. Farewell.
I somehow feel that this means that we are personal friends. Now we need to travel to the Royal Palace in Albion. That means running up the long stairs. Okay. Thought I needed a merchant, but I'll be fine. We don't need to fight anything in this stage, and I think I have at least like one slot free in my inventory. Fingers crossed. We are most certainly going to. And the palace is still where we left it. Palace is a really beautiful building, and all the capons. Oh, that's so pretty. I think I've mentioned before, but
Actually a member of the city
How can
order?
Briggs negotiate peace if
Must be.
stupid high
Bethesda
elves
makes
are
the
win?
prettiest
going on to bring them out of
skies.
hiding.
And here we meet Orion.
Finally, you arrived. We were able to gather everyone together, but they've already started the meeting. Valcerin tried to make them wait, but the Sapiarchs demanded to know what was happening.
How's the meeting going so far?
To be honest, not great. Even the Proxy Queen is hesitant to accept our request. As always, everyone's so worried about proper High Elf decorum that they refuse to see reason. I'm just not sure how we're going to win this one.
I will go inside and see if I can help. Attend the palace meeting. Are we dressed for it? Good enough.
Curse my lot.
Everyone's gathered in the council chamber. You should go inside.
Council chamber.
You can't make such demands.
Everybody's
Sapiarchs are the keepers of the Crystal Tower.
This is about more than the College of Sapiarchs, Lanatiel.
If Raz could intervene,
Razumdar,
perhaps we should hear from
Proxy
our
Queen?
newly arrived friend.
We
Sapiarch.
concur with Razumdar. Let us hear what the adventurer has to say.
Talk to Sapiarch Lanatil.
The Sapiarchs recognize your bravery on our behalf in Lalandril and within the Crystal Tower, but there is nothing you can say that will alter our thinking on this matter.
Without the wards that keep people out, you need a new way to protect the tower.
So Valsarin claims. If this is true, the College shall institute new measures to protect the tower. That is well within our capabilities. The Sijic Order is responsible for all that has happened. Why should I trust them now?
And once more, we have two options. We can either blame the Right Master, in a way, or the Daedric Princess. I think I'll go with this one. The Daedric Princess would have found a way regardless of the Right Master's actions.
Perhaps you're right, but the Sapiarchs did not cause these events. The Sijic Order did. My people died protecting the Crystal Tower. Why should I accept aid from the very Order that's responsible for their deaths?
The Sijic Order helped me stop the Daedric Princess. Without them, the tower would have fallen.
Be that as it may, the Sapiarchs will continue to do as we always have. We shall protect the Crystal Tower. Entrusting that responsibility to anyone else is just far too dangerous a risk to take.
The Sapiarchs can't protect the Crystal Tower alone.
That's your opinion. You are a newcomer. I have no reason to believe that you have Summerset's best interests in mind. For all I know, you and the Sijic Order wish to use the Crystal Tower for your own purposes.
I think you're making a mistake.
Our friend has proven their mettle time and time again. Raz thinks you should hear about these deeds. Oriandra, admit our guests now, yes?
What are you up to, Razumdar?
I will vouch for this adventurer. While I was blinded by prejudice and hate, their actions saved Shimmerine.
Sapiarch, you know me. My son rejected the Queen's decree and suffered the consequences. This newcomer saved Relenthil.
Finally, Raz must add his voice to the chorus. No one has served our queen and our island as well as this adventurer, not even Raz.
We have heard enough. We accept that the adventurer is trustworthy. Sapiarch Lanatiel, listen to what they have to say.
I apologize for my assumptions. It's clear you've done much good for Summerset and its people. The protection of the Crystal Tower has been the Sapiarch's duty for time immemorial. To change that now feels like we've failed.
We need to make sure the Crystal Tower is protected into the future, so we don't fail again.
I can't deny the truth of your words. Very well. Henceforth, the Sapiarchs will accept outside aid in order to best protect the Crystal Tower. I'll begin preparations immediately. However, I still refuse to allow the Sijic Order to participate.
As long as you have a plan for protecting the Crystal Tower.
I promise we will work with the Proxy Queen to make sure the Crystal Tower remains safe. I'll begin preparations immediately. We'll even allow the Divine Prosecution and the Mages Guild to participate in these efforts.
That sounds like a good idea.
Raz is sure there are many more details to work out, but for now, this one just wants a very strong drink.
If you would wait a moment, my friend, I'd like to talk privately.
But of course.
Thank you for helping me win this last battle. While the Sijic Order will not be among those protecting the Crystal Tower, we will continue to observe from afar. And now, it's time for us to depart Summerset.
You're leaving? Is that wise?
We never meant to take such a direct role in events. We're observers, watchers. We lend a hand, guide fate, but never directly shape it. Besides, I need to return to Artaeum and take up the mantle of Right Master, at least for a little while.
The Conclave made you the Right Master?
On an interim basis until we get beyond this crisis and can make a decision for the future. In the meantime, I want to atone for what the Right Master and Lathan did. I owe Summerset that much, at least.
So that's it.
You're attuned to Artaeum and have a connection to the Psijic Order now. The portal will always be open for you, and you'll always be welcome on our hidden island.
We are grateful. And now we can exit to the throne room and speak with Razumgar.
Razumgar, remove your furry seat from our throne.
After all Raz has done for Queen and country, you would deny him this small comfort?
Why Cousin Irene tolerates you, we'll never understand.
Raz could get used to such a seat. Metaphorically speaking, of course. This one would prefer a throne with far more padding. But enough of such talk. Today we celebrate your victory. From newcomer to savior of Summerset. Quite the feat, yes?
Did you bring all those people here?
Raz thought of many different plans once he heard of this meeting. He is glad the first turned out so well. His other plans, well, there is no need to dwell on such unsavory details. This one never doubted you could do it, Five Claw.
Thanks, Raz.
Actually, Raz may have doubted you a few times. Or many times. But he apologizes for that. After all, you have now proven yourself most capable. And of course, no heroic deed is complete without a reward.
You mentioned a reward.
Raz did indeed. On behalf of Queen Irene, this is for you. Ironic how Summerset was saved by one of the newcomers it so distrusts. This is a good lesson for the High Elves, yes. Maybe now they'll realize that change is not so bad after all.
As reward, we get a ring that probably belongs to an armor set and a ring that is meant to be researched through the jewelry crafting skill line. This will give you a trait, or teach you a trait that you don't yet know. I think this exemplary ring will be different each time you finish the quest. I am uncertain if I already know that.
Enjoy yourself, my friend. Raz certainly plans to.
Our throne, Razumgar. We would have it back now.
So tense, your majesty. Must be this uncomfortable throne. Perhaps Raz could suggest a most comfortable cushion upon which you could sit.
Such a cushion is much too lumpy for our tastes, Cat.
If we speak with Razumgar, I think he will give us a clue as to what happens next.
Raz has much to do after this. Reports to write, missives to send. Perhaps he will go visit his family once all is done. It has been far too long since he has seen them. But first, Raz shall drink some very expensive wine.
That sounds like a very good plan. So, the next DLC that followed is elsewhere. But we shan't go there the next time. We shall go someplace else in time. We might even go to a whole different game. But now, as we have finished the main quest of Summerset, I do believe the time has come to say goodbye. For now. I will return next Thursday at some time to play something What? I do not yet know. Thank you so much for watching, and see you later. Ta.